Why do we count down? Why don't we count up? Because okay, it's like a countdown. It's like, we're going to launch the rocket. Why don't they count up to 5?
Because
why is it always like
you're counting down seconds until launch.
Ah, okay.
We will launch in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. It's like a constant update of how many seconds until it's happening.
Whoever's counting down has a really good grasp of how long a second is. Because I, to this day, still, if I have to count something in seconds, I still have to be like, 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant. Otherwise, I don't do it. Whereas this person could just go like 5, 4. They've got it.
Well, because
they've got that on lock.
Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be seconds though. Just as long as you're counting down in even increments, people can predict where you're going. And also, the reason you count down is because everyone knows you're going to end at 0, right? If you just come across someone counting up.
What? Why you can't? You're just walking down the street and there's a person just counting up.
27.
What do you
28. 29. Like, are they going to finish at 30 or are they going all the way to 100? Yeah. I feel like that's why you count down, because you end when there is nothing left.
Yeah. If you come across someone that's counting up, just like in the middle of the street, ignore like COVID restrictions right now. Just pretend COVID is no longer a problem in this world. It's hypothetical.
It's the before times.
It's the before times, or the very, very after times.
Whoa.
Someone is counting up in the street. What do you assume? What do you do? What is your reaction to just someone is counting up numbers quite noticeably? Like, they're not hiding the fact that they're counting.
I would probably try and I'm just gonna start watching them, I think, because this is probably that guy who plays violin for either the London or the New York Philharmonic, and he stood in a park somewhere playing his Stradivarius violin, like a busker, and he barely made any money at all. And then that same evening, he played to an entire auditorium who'd all paid $120 or something to see him. I feel like what I could be seeing here is like a piece of performance art, but that no one realizes yet. So if I stand there and watch, I can say, oh, I was here when he was still in the, I was here when he was in double digits.
You'll be in the YouTube video.
You're a fake fan. Yeah.
You might be in the URL. You might not the URL, the thumbnail with your binoculars.
Yeah, I'm in the thumbnail.
How close do you stand? Do you stand kind of nearish the guy within a couple of meters? Do you stand
the distance away you'd stand from a busker, like a couple of meters, just watching. Maybe I'll toss them a pound or a couple pounds into a hat. I suppose it depends if they've got a hat or not.
Just a hat on the floor. I think I want to start carrying around some kind of hat, maybe like a bowler hat that I don't wear. But if I have to stop somewhere, I'll just put it in front of me and see if I can get any change for it. I'm not going to be doing anything particular. I'll just be waiting, and I'll just see if anyone's going to throw any cash in my hat.
You never know.
It's a fun little experiment. You never know. It might work.
Just walk down the street wearing a fun outfit, holding out a hat. Money? Money, anyone? Care to give me some money? And just see what happens. I'm a student.
I mean, that's wearing a funny outfit and needing more money is very much the student lifestyle. And I was hoping to leave that behind sometime soon. Go into the charity shop, seeing what cool stuff you can find. If I found someone counting up on the street, I'd go and hide somewhere, because I'd assume that they're playing hide and seek, and I'd want to be in on that.
Oh. You count up, don't you, in hide and seek? Well, that's because you agree how many seconds that you're going to count for. And then you count up the duration of 30 seconds.
And then, yeah.
But not always.
You do it. Not always 30. I feel like the go-tos are either 10, 30, if you've got some smart-ass kid, it's 100. I'm going to count to 100. That's how good I think I am. I can give you 100 whole counts.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's because hide and seek is a children's game. It's not, I'll give you 30 seconds, but I'll give you however long it takes me to count to 30, which at this point, I can't exactly speedrun.
You can't speedrun counting.
Because it's if you can count to 100, you can start finding us. It's okay, well, to someone like me and you, counting to 100, plausibly quite easy. Do it quite quickly. But for a younger kid, who maybe, they're not so hot on their numbers yet, because, they're still in primary school.
If the goal is to speedrun counting, speedrunning counts on the things you can skip out on, is that do you cut out the breaths in between? Do you think you could find some numbers that you can skip You know, like
I feel like you can
syllables.
The thing I would start skipping was the fidelity of the tens column. So we're not saying 20, we're saying 21, 22, 23. With
20.
50. Yeah, that's it. So you can skip time when you go through those big chunks of tens.
I think you can probably find one or two numbers that'll be like, yeah, we don't need that number anymore. That number's not useful.
Honestly, you can skip 69. As much as it hurts,
yeah.
it's just going to distract you. It's going to slow you down. Skip it.
If you say 69, you have to then say nice.
Yeah,
you can't.
It's going to slow you down. So just skip to 70. Take the penalty point for skipping a word, but you'll still have the fast time.
And if you speed up really quickly, you'll actually find a way to clip through the 30s. So if you manage to get through like the 20s, like lightning fast, there's like this weird glitch that happens, and it will just
you just go straight to 40. Yeah. What you got to avoid is accidentally adding a hundreds column, because that's going to really slow you down. Because then you're going to have to start going backwards.
Yes, you need
Although,
to.
To be fair,
need to be.
They never said you couldn't start at 101. They just said you had to start at 1. Start at 101, reverse into it, 100, like half a second,
yeah.
No trouble.
That's actually the strategy.
It's actually the speedrun is then however long it takes you to say 100, and even then you can skip out the number 1, just say 100, done, nailed it, half a second.
That is a good little trick there. So everybody, if you're wanting to speedrun counting, this is your advice. Finished. We hope you liked it.
Now on with the show.